we ready?
Rodney Dangerfield's your character.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I found a quarter, too, Bullet. Oh, very good. I thought you were going to glue it to the floor. They used to do that in the dressing room, Bullet. They glue it to see if George would pick it up. One time I about got one of them dad burned just to get that quarter off the brick.
It's like lifting Thor's hammer almost.
Oh, well, that's old. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah, this shit is, yeah, we don't need to promote this.
Yeah, no more Anderson Brothers done for a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Bullet, I feel weird, Bullet.
I know.
A little hiatus, but we're back.
We're back.
Bullet got renewed for our fifth season. Bullet.
Okay.
I think. I know we did.
We're doing a little better than Community.
Yeah. You know? We got unrenewed. Okay, I don't think I'll remember how to do this.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Yes.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad. You don't work, you wrestle. Here are the claps. You know what time it is. George, how's your weekend?
Bullet, our weekend, my future is so bright we got to wear shades. Okay?
Okay.
Bullet,
well, at least yours is. Mine's very dim, so I don't need to wear shades.
Yeah. Bullet, I am so glad for us. Sonny and Cher are back. Bullet, been on a small hiatus. Bullet, been all over the world and back. If you want to call going to West Virginia, that's like going all around the world. Let me tell you that.
Or going to a different world.
It's their own world,
yes.
Bullet. Let me tell you something. But we're back here. Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle Television, the second greatest book ever written, Bullet, just doing so great. I want to thank everybody again, Bullet. It really helps me out when I go to eat lunch with Michaela like today, and she needs extra funds on the cookie fund. So it just helps out. So thank you, folks. We're so glad to be here. Bullet had a great week. Sonny and Cher were together Friday night.
Yes, we were.
Bullet, what an unbelievable show. Oakwood, Virginia, Bullet. And folks, let me tell you something. I know it's hard for people here, Bullet, maybe around the Carolinas, Charlotte, whatever, to realize you get to a certain point when you lose phone service. Not because you got a flip phone, but because you just way out there.
Because you went on the dark side of the moon, basically.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So, but what a great crowd we had, Bullet. Just so easy. Everybody worked real hard. You know, my hat's off to you and Eugene had a tremendous match, Bullet. I'm so excited over that. And of course, it took me 41 years, Bullet, but I want to pat myself on the back, very Barry Horowitz-ish, because I headlined my first sellout. Now, I know
main evented,
I main evented. Boy, it took me 40 years, so folks, don't give up, okay?
And now it took a lot of politicking to try and get you out of that spot, but to no avail.
Yeah.
So,
and I really didn't want it, and I'm not going to mention that everybody else basically left and they had to stick me in there, but that's not got anything to do with it. Bullet. I did headline my first sellout, Bullet, and I was just I did what I had to do, and Bullet, it was just a great night. Yeah. Okay, and of course, then we split up. Of course, we went on up to Lawrenceville, I think it was, Virginia, the next day, a case, Bullet, and had a great show there. Kevin Nash, Ricky Morton again, Animal was there. Got to spend some time with Animals, which was always just so exciting, and first time ever, as long as I've known him, Bullet. Most people I ever went to my little Facebook page. I got to put those famous shoulder pads. And those suckers are heavy. I'm serious. You just think you're like a kid. You know, you're a little kid, you throw plastic. But you put them things on there, and I kind of like weeble wobbled. And all I could picture in my mind, I swear, it just flashback, was the time in Raleigh when the Road Warriors hit the ring on me and Gary Roll, and Hulk forgot to take his pads off. And, you know, they used to hit the ring, and Hulk would shoot you in the ropes, and he'd dive, Bullet, and do that big shoulder tackle.
Yeah.
And he actually did that, and the whole time I'm thinking, he took his shoulder pads off. And I could picture in my mind from some Freddy Krueger movie is him diving and just sticking in me. That would have been one, that would have been one heck of a high spot.
Yeah.
But luckily it didn't happen. So, and I know everybody remembers the famous time on WWF when he took the pads off and throwed them down and they stuck. I swear they stuck in the ring, Bullet. So, but it was just neat to wear those things. Great time with Animals. So. We just had a great weekend, is what I'm saying. Bullet. I want to thank everybody. Sold 8 books during that week, so I did very, very well. So some T-shirts. Even got rid of, I think, the last in existence, the John Cena dress-up that we have had for
quite some time.
Before John Cena even got into business, we had these things. That's how long we've had these things, Bullet. But anyway, a lot of stuff going on here, Bullet. Just glad to be here. Got training tonight here, of course. And I'll shut up for just a minute. Your stand-up career is doing good. I mean,
maybe not after last night. Last night was a little bit of a rough one, but that's okay. I'm doing open mic again tonight, but I have a date that I want to put in everybody's heads and minds, and that's May 31st. at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, 7 p.m. Make sure you're there for that. It's a fight night. It's a competition. So the more people I bring, the more people that laugh for me, the more people that cheer for me, the better I'll do. So May 31st, 7 p.m., Charlotte, North Carolina, Charlotte Comedy Zone. I'm sure you can look on there. I think it's stlcomedyzone.com.
Now, that fight night concept, will you advance or no? I mean,
I think it's one. It's a very George Southish one-night tournament.
Tournament. Oh, Anderson Brothers. Okay.
Yeah, it's an Anderson Brothers. Except the first round actually does happen.
So you didn't advance in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, it's not like there's actually a fight to it.
You didn't defeat Nation Boy Landell in Puerto Rico, in San Juan, and then you just came out the national heavyweight champion, which is a true story.
And there's no weird stipulation that the competitors of the junior heavyweight title, if one guy loses, they have to team up and then advance to the finals of the tournament. There's no weird stipulation like that.
Where your heavyweight, your junior, and your lightweight all wear the same belt out. It all looks the same, but none of that stuff. This will be a little bit easier to understand, Bullet. So very good, Bullet. So we want to. I'm just so proud of you for doing that, Bullet, and really anybody that wants to come, we want to invite them to come. It's free again.
Right? This is $8. They missed out on the free one.
They did.
You had your opportunity to see me free. Now you have to pay for it.
You got to pay. I love that.
But it's only $8. It's only $8.
You spend that at McDonald's. Boy.
Yeah,
seriously.
Exactly.
I know. That's why
and there's food and drinks, so you can show up there and spend money that way and have a good time. So.
And Bullet, I want to put a quick plug in here. Of course, it just seems time just flies by, but of course, this coming Saturday, one of our all-time favorite shows, and maybe even Dad Bullet's one of his favorite shows. We're back at Charlotte. I think they call it Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I think they just gave up on calling it whatever else it was going to be called.
We're back there again. It's all free again this coming Saturday and the next Saturday. Of course, race weekends all over the Carolinas here in Charlotte, and we will be there wrestling. The bell time starts at 11 o'clock, but come early, get the free breakfast and the free lunch.
I'll be there for
some of the just good old-fashioned bacon, ham. Oh, got it all, Bullet. Of course, we get that before the show. You wrestle, we settle your stomach, or we upset your stomach, and then you get lunch when we're done, Bullet. So everybody, we want to invite everybody for that. Of course, Saturday night I'll be headed back up to Rhonda, North Carolina, for those guys up there. So.
And I will be heading to West Virginia Championship Wrestling in Princeton, West Virginia.
Getting ready for the big Miracle on the Mountain that Sonny and Cher will be returning in just a few weeks, Bullet.
That's right.
Going right back there. So with all that being said, Bullet, I got a special idiot of the week. Bullet, I know it's been a couple weeks, Bullet, but this one here, people's got to really listen to us because this really happened. I know you're even going to look at me.
You mean all the other ones didn't?
Yeah, but we may have. Yeah, they did. This one, Bullet, is probably. I don't know whether to put him in the idiot of the back or hugging. Be honest with you, Bullet. And let me just throw this out there. And I know, feel free to use this coming up, stand-up comedian night, whenever you got to do that. And makes me think of this. Last night, kind of a sad moment for us young folks, is Don Rickles. I don't know if you saw it. Don Rickles played his last stand-up deal on David Letterman, because David Letterman's finishing up.
Yes,
of course, I think it's like Terry Funk. He's going to come back around and make a big comeback.
Oh, no, I think he's going to have a pretty good time standing.
But it was just neat to see Don Rickles still laughing, still loving life, cracking jokes just like that, Bullet. And I'm sure he doesn't plan it in the back. He's just sharp as a tack. But that was kind of a happy and kind of a sad. Now, Don Rickles, I love him. He's not going to an idiot bag. Boy, this guy right here, folks, if you don't believe me, you can look it up on Facebook, because everybody knows everything on Facebook is true, or you can Google this guy. Now, I couldn't pronounce his name, but I want you to look this up, Bullet. The idiot of the week is a gentleman in Florida. Now, I even commented on this today, so everybody will know that it's for real. Bullet, this guy, and
Fox News,
it's very George Southish, Bullet. This guy here in Florida, and I want y'all, folks, he will go in the idiot bag just for doing this, but he may come out of it later because it was kind of cool what he did, Bullet. This guy in Florida, he actually got arrested. He turned himself in. That's the point. Here's what I'm getting at. He turned himself in because, guess what, Bullet? He murdered his imaginary friend. Listen to me, folks. I know I didn't get hit in the head. But look it up. Please look it up, Bullet. Listen, this guy turned himself in to the Florida police, got fingerprinted, got arrested. He confessed, Bullet. I know we got to get these kind of people off the street, okay? That murder their.
Sounds like the people that are going to be end of the street begging for change while I'm riding my bike, that are going to stab me for my bike.
Listen to me. This guy right here, Bullet, He turned himself in for murdering. Okay, not accidentally murdering his. What's a good word? Boy?
Imaginary friend.
Imaginary. Yeah, that's a good word. Same word I just used. But he murdered his imaginary friend and got arrested today. So he will go in the idiot bag. Bullet.
Okay.
So
right,
now, folks, I know you're going to think, George, you're really stretching the idiots, but Bullet, you're going to say, well,
no, I think
feel sorry for the guy. Why are you putting him? I'm putting him in here because he confessed to it. Dang, how stupid can you be, boy? If I'd have been a wrestler that killed their imaginary friend, they wouldn't have confessed to it.
Oh, no, there would be all kinds of controversies.
So, that's why he wouldn't idiot.
That's definitely a murder you can get away with.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So,
of all the murders to attempt to get away with, that's the one.
And he confessed to murdering his, I'm telling you, Bullet, and before, you know us, we always check in and we always document stuff before we put it up on Dad. You don't work your Wrestle television. Okay, Bullet?
And if we don't, we'll check later and we'll just retract the comments.
So, with all that being said, Bullet, I know we got to get out here. I got a good training school tonight. Is that gentleman there? Why'd you confess? You should have just been quiet. Nobody would have never known. Okay, in case it was the imaginary friend's family, they may have went looking for the guy. I don't know. We could open up a can of worms, but we won't, Bullet. Okay,
you're dealing with a whole big paradox there.
I'm telling you, Bullet, it can never end. It could get sticky. What was it? Imaginary Dick Tracy gonna solve the crime? Then my head's starting to hurt, Bullet. That's too much thinking. Okay. You're gonna look for imaginary Prince? No. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Why don't we end it? I got it. Okay. I'll just shut up.
Okay. Well, one thing that isn't imaginary,
yes,
which is the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. And if you want to follow me on Twitter and know more about what I'm doing, what George is doing, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning and Instagram at ManScoutManning. I got a lot of really good old wrestling pictures I got to let you show. Since you're not in Instagram, I'll just show you on my phone.
Oh, I love that,
but anyways, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter at ManScoutManning. This has been
three things now.
Yeah, you got all kinds of stuff now, and on YouTube as well. But anyways, this has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Yes. We're on Instagram now?
Yes, we are.
Oh, dang, Bullet. I'm just now getting used to the Twitter thing.